Here's the story from Legal Insurrection. Rep. Raskin in February, quote, "It's up to Congress to disqualify Trump if he wins. So it's going to be up to us on January 6th to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified." It's kind of wild to hear, and this story is going pretty viral, but Legal Insurrection did the groundwork sourcing this clip that's going viral with tens of millions of views on X. And it's sourced back to 5 months ago, back in February, on February 17th. Very few views, only 7,558 views, but somebody did find it. And so we have in the full context, he's talking about actions they need to take. And, well, let's just play the clip so you can hear it for yourselves.
Constitutionalizing Jim Crow. And then it's not until the Warren Court for a couple of decades with the white primary cases and Brown versus Board where you get a different kind of Supreme Court on the side of the freedoms and equality of the American people. But the court is not going to save us. And so that means the only thing that really works is people in motion amending the Constitution. But again, it's necessary, but it's not sufficient because what can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress, so it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in Civil War conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means. And I'm glad that Sherilyn's creating her new center so we can bring that back to life, even as we're continuing to amend the Constitution, as Professor Hassan has invited us to do.
What a wild thing to say to a group of people so casually, that we will need bodyguards for everyone's Civil War conditions. What he is saying that if Donald Trump wins on January 6th, they must stop him from taking office. What do you think happens then?
Well, just remember, Tim, when they say our democracy, they mean theirs, not yours. Your vote apparently doesn't matter because they can disqualify your candidate if they don't like him. And so they've tried lawfare. They've tried just about everything else. One guy tried to even shoot him, right? And now we're at a point where, yeah, you Trump mobs, not our fellow citizens, not the people that might disagree with us on policy or candidate preferences. No, mobs. And, it just goes to show that when it comes to securing themselves, they will stop at nothing. When it comes to securing borders, not so much. But when it comes to fighting their fellow Americans and people that might disagree with them on policy, they'll pull out all the stops.